Welcome to Grown Men Chopping It Up. This your boy J.R. Rydha, and I'm with my ace,
Kerry Witta K. This is a safe place for a grown-up after dark talk.
We'll give you a few minutes to put the kids to bed.
Because it's 21 and over.
Alright, let's get to it.
Today's episode brought to you by Northern California, where it's only raining in the strip clubs.
Hey, what's up, man? What's been going on?
Man, I got this cold. That's why my voice sounds a little strange, but I'm gonna get through it.
I thought you was trying to get your sexy on. You're trying to sound like Darth Vader.
Ecstasy, yeah.
You and me.
Dude, voice was heavy.
Yeah, that was my song, though. So let's get this show started, man. Let's just jump right into it. We ain't messing around today. This show about to be off the chain.
It don't need no introduction,
man. So you want to start it off?
You go ahead. You can take that.
Okay. Well, let me start it off. Okay. So I'm still on my text message hype. So I got a text message and I sent down and got a couple responses.
Beautiful.
And you tell me what you think about this one. If you have a girl or a dude that has a mental condition and they take medicines, would a person be scared to have a relationship with them? What do you think?
It depends on the mental condition. If she's seeing shit, then I can't be with her.
Okay.
If she's schizophrenic, I can't fuck around.
Why?
Because schizophrenia, it's not like on that show where old girl has different personalities, and she was like, as long as you don't fuck that personality, we good. But schizophrenia can be scary because you don't know if one of her personalities is a dude. Because just like on the show, United States of Tara, one of her personalities was a dude, and dude wasn't fucking. Dude was actually he was hella cool though, but you couldn't do shit to dude.
Right.
So if she got something as strong as schizophrenia, or she hears voices, something like that, I can't fuck with it.
But I mean, you can look at the plus of that though. If she hear voices or multiple personalities, then you get to mess with multiple chicks and one chick.
I'd just rather her change her hairstyle so I can mess with certain different chicks.
Okay, first person said, hell no. You just got to remind her to take her meds. She having a bad day. You gonna be like, bitch, have you took your meds today?
Wow. You have to call her a bitch and not worry about it.
Okay, second person said, I would say he would. I would say I would have reservations, not necessarily be scared. He would have to have some level of understanding and be willing to help when times are tough. It depends on the severity of the illness. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Basically, the dude or the girl would have to be very, very, very understanding and kind of understand what the person is going through. Nobody's perfect. Maybe a lot of people need medicine that don't have it.
Right. Yeah, I might need fucking medicine my damn self.
Other person said it depends on her or his diagnosis. And with this person's past, they wouldn't do it. So I sent a text again. I was like, well, what's wrong with your past? And they said because they dated somebody who wasn't mentally all there. And I can understand that. So they've been through a situation with a person that wasn't already all there, so they had some bad experience. So if they knew a person was on some kind of medicine, they would just run immediately.
Yeah, because it can probably get dangerous.
Yeah, and that's another person said if the person is bipolar and don't take their medicine, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
so
you could wake up with their dick in your hand, with your own dick in your hand. You never know.
And another person said, well, a person should be scared to date somebody because they could be unstable and unpredictable, and you don't know what will trigger them. So if they say they have a mental problem, you need to learn everything about the mental problem because you don't know what they're dealing with. Then it could be dangerous.
It could be very dangerous. I wouldn't trust it.
And the last person said, no, I've seen guys talk to girls that took pills. The other guy I met said he wanted to help her, but she wanted to take her meds regularly, so he had to stop taking it. He had to stop talking to her. So that's the thing. You got a bad chick, but she's supposed to take some happy pills, and she don't take them. She's sad, and but she bad.
You can't even trust a girl to take her birth control pills. So why would we trust them to not take the "I won't kill you" pill?
You can't trust. I mean, I don't know if I could deal with somebody. I mean, I think if they tell you up front, and it's something that you could deal with. I think it'd be hard though. Like you said, anytime something happened, you just be worried.
Yeah, because she could be in the kitchen making gumbo, and it's almost done, right? And you're sitting there watching the game, and all of a sudden you got gumbo down your back.
Yeah, she just...
like, you done wasted my crab legs.
What I would like to do if she's going on a job interview, just replace her pills with Tic Tacs.
She might get the job if she's crazy enough.
But then, like we said in another episode, if you're dealing with somebody like that and they're taking medicine, that might affect their sex drive.
Yeah.
So that's the other things you got to take into consideration. I think people don't think these things through. If you're already with them and you're in love with them, that's one thing, right? Mm-hmm. But just taking on extra problems might not be the best thing.
Yeah, you don't get an award for that.
You don't get no award for that. So yeah, that was my little text message thing, man.
Well, and that goes right into my episode about things affecting sex drive. My topic is about if humans had animal mating rituals.
You're real off here. You started off saying you didn't say your next topic. You called it something else.
Sex drive and affecting your sex drive.
Yeah, and then you went into something else about animals.
Right, about annual animals.
Yeah, right. Let's go.
But let's talk about animals mating rituals.
Okay, animals mating rituals.
Right. The first one we're going to talk about is a squid. So the squid may not seem like the sexiest animal around, but as it turns out, it might be one of the kinkiest. The male bioluminescent Dana octopus squid uses its beak and sharp claws to pierce holes in its mate before it uses a penis-like appendage to insert sperm into the cuts.
What the hell?
On the other hand, the greater hook squid just passes by the stabbing step by using the sperm that independently burrow their way into a female's skin using an enzyme that dissolves tissue. That's like king of the sperm king right there. So the first squid, what it does is stab a bitch and just nut in the hole. Imagine if a dude does that. You meet a girl, you see a girl you like. You don't even meet her, right? You just see her walking through the mall and be like, hey, baby. And you cut her and nut in the cut.
Oh, my God.
Or, the other squid does, you see a chick at a pool party, you pass by and just nut on her, and the sperm just goes in her skin.
And she pregnant.
Yep, just like that. But see, just imagine. And women complain about dudes, the way that we get to have sex with y'all. Just be glad you're not a squid. If you were a squid, I just cut you and then nut on you.
It's hilarious.
The next creature is a flatworm. Sex might seem easier for a hermaphroditic species, which means that it's male and female. But that's very often not the case. All sea slugs are hermaphrodites. But when it comes to flatworms, fighting for the right to be the father can be a dangerous duty. The animals all have a dagger-like penis that it uses to hunt for food. But when it comes time to mate, the two flatworms go about fencing one another in order to avoid becoming the mother. When one of the fighters is stabbed, it will become the mother, meaning that it has to give up substantial energy resources to its new brood, while the winner will continue to enjoy life as a bachelor flatworm. So that's like two trannies fighting, and whichever one loses becomes the woman. That's heavy shit. Flatworm, get it done.
Oh my God.
Now let's talk about bees. You know how bees often die after stinging humans.
Right.
It turns out that this is the same fate awaits the males who mate with the queen.
Shit.
Before mating, the new queen will kill off all her sister siblings, ensuring she will remain the one unchallenged monarch of the hive. Once that messy business is taken care of, the virgin queen will take a mating flight with about a dozen males. While the special mating with the males, selected from tens of thousands of other bees in the colony, they might seem lucky at first, but their luck is soon to change. That's because they die as their penises explode while inside the queen. She's then loaded up with all the sperm she'll need for the rest of her life, which entails laying up to 1,500 eggs per day for a full 3 years.
I ain't even got nothing to say.
That's like a slut, basically. Sluts sleep with a dozen dudes, and everybody nut in there.
As much as they can.
As much as they can. But they die. They have a heart attack after they nut in her. So she ain't got to deal with no backlash.
They on 8 Viagra.
Right. And then she just keep having babies for 3 years.
For 3 years after they
Bastard babies.
And if any girls, they gonna get murdered.
Right. Because the new queen got to kill off the girls.
It's amazing.
The next one is octopus.
I thought we already did octopus.
That was another kind of octopus.
Oh, this is another one.
Yeah, this one's tight though. This one's good.
All right.
So this is what happens with the blanket octopus.
Oh, okay. Like blanket, like Michael Jackson kid.
Right. What it does is the male, which is approximately 40,000 times smaller than the female, will swim up to his woman of his choice, stick his arm to her body somewhere, and then swim off to die. Now what happens is the female rarely even notices that he came by there. So as the arm is left behind, it'll crawl its way around her body until it finds her gill slit, where it will wait till her eggs are mature and then fertilize them. So this dude walked by a chick,
throw his
dick at her, and it just finds her pussy until the egg comes down and he gets her pregnant.
And then he goes off and dies?
He goes off and dies because he can't live without his dick.
This is fucking horrible.
See, now humans are very, very lucky. But I'll do one last one. That one's good because it'll a different way to rape a bitch.
You ain't even got to be there.
Right. You just, you see her somewhere, throw it at her real quick, and you out. So here's the thing. There's a thing called a quall. It's like a sort of bird. But what happens is the males will try to mate with as many females as possible,
okay,
grabbing their newest mate by the neck and dragging them off to do the nasty.
Yeah.
Average mating sessions last up to 3 hours.
Yeah.
But can go as long as a full day.
Damn.
That's because the males don't release very many sperm at a time, so they must ejaculate multiple times to ensure their genes are passed on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like many human males trying to compensate for something,
whoa,
the quall males are violent and ruthless.
Yeah.
In fact, throughout all the biting, scratching, and screeching, many females end up killed in the process, only to be eaten by the angry partner.
That's what I'm talking about. What is that thing called again?
It's a quall.
Yeah, I'm a quall. Call me J.R. Ryder, the quall.
The quall. The last one I got. It's a bed bug.
I don't think nothing can beat the quall.
Yeah, the quall is gangster.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so rough on the chick, he might fuck around and kill her.
Yeah.
Then be like, why waste the food? I'm finna eat her.
Yeah, she tastes like chicken.
That's crazy.
I'm a quall you, bitch.
They're gonna start using that for slang. I'm gonna quall you.
Yeah, I ain't nothing but a quall thing, baby.
So then, with the bed bug, why bother courting and mating when you can instead just impale and run? That seems to be the process behind the bed bug's reproduction method. Indeed, rather than finding the female's reproductive organs and getting a little frisky, this quick-moving bug just stabs his lady in the stomach, deposits his sperm, and leaves. The sperm then travels through the female's bloodstream into the sperm receptacles and eventually into her waiting ovaries. So that's, bed bugs get down like they just stick a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a quall, baby. I'm a quall.
He's still a quall.
Don't have me quall you.
But that's my report on the animal kingdoms and mating rituals.
Yeah, I'm a quall. I'm an OG quall.
Hey, you know what it is, baby? It's quall time.
Alright, so let's jump into my next one. So real quick. So it's another text message thing I did. So this is a question that was asked to me. If a girl hits it and stops calling you or don't call as much the next couple of days, does that mean she didn't like the sex?
Okay, if a girl has sex with you, man.
So if your girl has sex with you and she used to call you all the time, she doesn't call you that much, and do you think that it's because the sex wasn't good?
That might be a reason, but that does call for a conversation. I would think that at first until I called her and be like, hey, so what's up?
You would call her, like if she called you every morning and then y'all finally got down, and she didn't call you that morning or the next morning.
Wow.
Or the next morning.
The connotation of that is bad, but I think depending on what my goal was for this girl, if I was trying to be with her, if I thought we were working on something, then yeah, I would call and say, hey, what happened? But if my goal was really just to hit it, then she just did me a favor.
Oh, okay. She jumped on the knife herself.
Right. She qualled herself.
Okay. The first person said she could be waiting to see if the other person was going to put in effort, or if he just wanted to hit it.
Sounds like a game.
Right? I mean, we already know it's a game.
Yeah, but you can't change what your MO is after I hit it. That just seems stupid.
True. Most guys would think that's stupid. Okay, girl number 2. It could just mean that she was busy, or he beat it up real good and she's recovering.
Wow.
That's the attitude I would take.
Oh, is that right?
You know what I'm saying? She just got qualled by me. You know what I'm saying? She can't call because she can't see straight right now. She gonna need a few days for recovery.
She got qualled.
She got qualled. It was not her. You know, she would have called, but
that's crazy.
The other girl said, "Yeah, it means that it wasn't good. The sex must have been whack."
Wow.
Because I guess girls, usually don't react that way if it was good. Another person said, not necessarily. Men and women often play cat and mouse games. It becomes tired after a while, though. It's dangerous grounds for those who are interested in commitment. What do you think about that?
I don't think it's so dangerous for those interested in commitment. That's like one of the stages. I hit it and see how you feel after.
Right. I mean, because that could be a good determining factor, right? Next person said, people should just be honest and direct up front with their expectation to avoid a lot of unnecessary BS.
Yeah. Just be up front.
Yeah, just be up front. Huh. And has it ever happened to you? Have you ever, had sex with a girl, thought it was all good, and she didn't talk to you no more?
Never. Well, let me think.
Has it happened?
Well, it didn't happen like that, but we had a discussion after that she said she wasn't going to call me, so I didn't have to worry. It was because, it was a girl I was really trying to have sex with for like months, but we worked together, and you already know you don't shit where you eat at. But anyhow, I was after her for a while. We went to her house, and we're having sex, without protection, which isn't recommended. Don't do that. It feels 10,000 times better, but please don't do it. Anyway, so I'm in it. I ain't got no hat on. I'm digging. I'm like, I'm hitting it from the back. We by the fireplace. I think I'm in the movies. And she looks like Halle Berry.
Wow.
So I'm in there like, oh shit. And so how back in the day you used to ask a girl, where do you want me to come? Okay. We would do that. Like, I want to know if you're taking pills or if you fix or something. Then I could just leave it in. You want me to come on your back, in your mouth, in my hand? What do you want? So she was like,
"Wait, you used to come in your hand?"
Yeah, sometimes you would come in your hand. If you was somewhere you couldn't have a mess, like silk sheets. You just pull it out and just
come in your hand.
Keep it to yourself.
That defeats the purpose.
You're supposed to get it on the back.
Right. Okay, back to your story.
So I asked her, I said, where you want me to come? She was like, I could have sworn I heard just leave it in. Or in me. I think there was an in her sentence.
Right, there was somewhere in that.
Someone said in.
Right.
So I left it in.
Right.
I mean, I was, like,
fireplace.
Fire at will, shot up the club, right? So she got up after and was like, oh shit, did you come at me? I said, yeah, you said it was cool. So she was like, oh my God, you did not come at me. I gotta go to college, I got a future. I mean, like, she just went off.
Wow.
And I was like, she talked so bad about it that I felt bad. I was sitting down there looking all sheepish and shit like, so, what am I? You gonna have a mongoloid baby or something? What's going on? I feel bad.
She fucked your self-esteem.
She fucked up my self-esteem. So we went to work the next day, and she told everybody at the job.
No.
She told everybody. This nigga did nothing to me. He's disrespectful.
Wow.
And, I mean, I was, and my boss heard about it, and they came and talked to me, and I had to go to a seminar and shit.
About nothing in women?
it was a sexual harassment seminar.
Oh shit! You harassed her pussy? You shoot?
I qualled her.
Qualled the girl.
I was about to bed bug her, but I qualled her instead. But it caused a whole lot of trouble, and I was like, it just wasn't worth it. But she did tell me that we ain't gonna fuck around no more, and I'm never gonna mess with you at all. So I mean, she did not call. It was just that she let me know before.
That was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I had two S's. I had the incident that I told you about in the last podcast. And then recap of that. It was this girl. She was a slut. I didn't know. Me and Kerry Witta K went over to their house. Blah, blah, blah. So there was another girl. And, well, there's a couple stories. But we'll just stick to this other one. And we met. I think you might have hooked me up with this one. And we went out to eat or whatever, came back to her house. We was doing whatever, and oh no, I had messed with her friend that lived across the street from the projects, and her friend told her how good it was.
Right.
And so when she came over, it was her late. I was just whack, and she really was like, dang. I want to say the girl name, but I'm not gonna say it. She was like, she said that it was so good, but this wasn't that good. And I was like, well, let's just do it again tomorrow. I was tired and whatever. And she was no. See. And so I hate that I always have a bad mark on my record because of that. And I was tired. I really was tired. It was like 2 a.m. I had got to work the next day.
Wow.
And I got a blemish on my record. I mean, I'm sure I got a bunch of blemishes on my record.
Hey, but it doesn't matter. At least you hit it.
Yeah, but that one I really could have done better. I really was tired.
Yeah, but references seem to work out well for most people. Because I can remember the one time I got a reference, the girl that lived in Pittsburgh, and I went over her house and hit it. And that morning, she called her cousin. Was like, "Oh, it was so good." Where she dropped me off at her cousin's house to hit her too. And that was that was a good reference.
Shit,
she was a fucking slut.
Damn.
But what was I?
Yeah, you were a slut too. I forgot about that story.
They were passing me around.
Yeah, you just went.
I was like a mandingo. I was servicing them.
And just think, we had no idea what you was doing. You could have got paid for them damn services.
Wow. I could have been paid for years.
Yeah.
But that's us telling our stories again.
Yeah, see, there we go.
I think they like it, though. I think people like hearing our stories. Because there's so many.
We got some. And I'm telling you guys, we haven't even really did the top of the iceberg of these. This is how we talk regular.
Right.
That's why a lot of times when people come up to me, they'll say something that we said in the podcast. And I'll be thinking to myself, like, how do they know that story?
Right.
Like, because I can't differ between what we say, just normal me talking to you, and what we put on the podcast.
Right.
And people will walk up to me and be like, "Oh man, that was crazy," and I'll be like, well, "How you know that story?" Thinking it's like, "Damn, do they know the other side? Like, is one of these girls' brother or something?"
Yeah, that's hard enough.
Yeah, because somebody told me once, they was like, I guess we said somebody's name or something, and they was like, "You got to be careful. You can't say people's names." So I was like, "Huh? Who?"
Yeah, well, you can't say their last name. You can say their first name.
Yeah,
there's plenty of women named Maboomba.
I never fuck with no girl named Maboomba. What was do you remember that lady that we was in Berkeley years and years and years and years ago? They was like older, and where did you meet her at? She was kind of big, but she was older. She had super big old titties. We was like somewhere on University. Remember, it was me. Was it somebody else?
That wasn't Molly, was it?
No, I can't stand her. To this day, I don't like her. That's San Jose. I said Berkeley.
Yeah. I forgot where I actually met her at. Though. She lived in San Jose.
I can't stand her.
She thought she was better than everybody.
Yeah, and she didn't like me either.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Where we go?
So you done with your?
I'm done with my topic. I think. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to help out the dudes a little bit with my topic is how to approach women. How would you say you approach a woman, let's say at a bus stop that you happen to be at?
I usually don't talk to girls at bus stops.
Because the bitch ain't got no car.
And why the hell am I at the bus stop?
You're commuting.
But I have real quick, I have a gym girlfriend. Right? We've never said anything to each other.
Wow.
But that's my girlfriend. We use the same exercise machines. We work out about the same time.
Wow.
And, you know, we wave high, but that's not it. But mainly, the number one, like, you meet people, when I meet somebody or something, or I see somebody, I think, whatever, I tend to try to, number one, be myself. Mm-hmm. I try to try to let your personality come out. And number two, I mainly try to act like I'm not interested in sort of sense. Yeah. So I don't approach them like, what the hey, let me get your phone number, blah, 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 blah. I just approach them with regular conversation.
Right.
And one thing I'm going to say before you go on your tips, the number one thing that most dudes, that this girl told me a long time ago, and it's you introduce yourself first. Never walk up to a girl and ask what's her name. Always say what your name is first, and ask them that way. I learned that tip a long time ago.
That's all right. That's some player shit.
We're gonna help somebody today.
Because I didn't write down no actual tips. It's just that I was thinking that there are a lot of young men or even older men that need help when they're approaching women. Because this day and age that they've changed a bit. It's hard to you meet a lot of women online, chat lines, and things like that. But you will come across a time at a laundromat or something. You see somebody you like. So I want to give guys a little insight on what they can do. Now, for me, what I used to do, if I see a girl at a bus stop or something like that, or anywhere familiar that I have to come to all the time, is I find a commonality. I find something common between me and her. If I see her reading a book, I look at what the book is. Hopefully it's something I read before. If it's not, you can Google it, find out some shit about the book, and then you get familiar with her from the book. Hey, I see you're reading so-and-so. Are you at the part, whatever. And see, when a woman sees that, okay, a reader, first of all, you're intelligent. She thinks you're intelligent. This may be the only book you read in your life.
Ever.
But she thinks you're intelligent. And so that's a way to find commonality. If it's something like an activity you're doing, like you saying at the gym, you got a gym girlfriend. She knows you work out. So she thinks, hey, he takes care of his body. Or at least he has the drive to want to do so. Women like to see that you're doing something with yourself other than hanging in front of the liquor store.
Right.
The dudes that catch the chicks hanging in front of the liquor store, the chicks are looking for something.
Right.
They know he doesn't have very much to offer except for driving her car while she at work and running up her cable bill.
Right.
But if you're not one of those dudes, become familiar with her and get her used to your face, because you can catch any woman by being familiar with them. Okay. If I seen Halle Berry at the bus stop every morning on my way to work, and I got familiar with her, I could have her.
Right.
Because women love, once you're familiar, you're in.
Okay.
It doesn't matter even if she's in a relationship. Once you're familiar, you can talk to her. Mm-hmm. So then as you get to talk to her and she becomes more familiar, she begins to trust you in a way. She trusts you because she's talking to you.
Right.
She's like, she feel like she knows you. Oh, I know that guy.
He always says good morning to me.
Yeah, and that's all you've said for like a month. So after that,
be polite.
She'll tell you about her life. She'll tell you about her problems. You're in there already. Before you know it, she'll be giving you a blowjob on the bus.
Right. and you know what? The key to everything is like what he's saying is listen. Don't approach a woman and talk about you.
Yeah.
That's the number one mistake 90% of men do.
Yeah.
Always listen. Ask questions. Mm-hmm. Like he said, that's how you're getting familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, you catch this bus. Okay, I catch it too. Don't be Mr. Creep. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Bounce.
Yeah.
Come back next time you see her. Oh, you know what? Oh, that looks really nice. Okay, you have a good day at work today.
Yeah.
Next time. Hey, what time you might be at lunch? Oh, I go to lunch about 12 o'clock. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll see you over there at the sandwich place.
Yeah. Have a suggestion. If you know she reads, think of a book that you read that you can recommend to her.
Right.
Because now you're giving her something to do.
There you go.
And most dudes don't know that when you give a woman something to do, you've told her what to do at that point.
There you go.
So now she trusts you in a different way. Now she's listening to you.
She's leadership.
Yeah, she sees your leadership. Always keep your word. If you saying let's go out to dinner at 8 o'clock, don't let anything change that dinner. You have to be there. Because if you don't keep your word, then all of a sudden she don't trust you no more.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought I knew him, and now he probably has a woman. Now she never even asked you if you had a woman, because you're so busy finding out about her.
There you go.
All your stuff is a mystery because you're just talking to her.
And girls like mystery. Women like mysteries. Women don't need to know everything. Don't have to have 17 chains on if you own 17. Just wear 3.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Because the thing for me is what I would do after I got familiar with a woman and we started talking on the phone or texting or whatever, I would give her a task. I'd say, you know what? I need to go get groceries Friday. Can you make me a grocery list? I gave her something to do. She's going to do it. And then it goes from that to, hey, I'll give you the money and you go get the groceries from the store and just bring them to me. Now I've got her over my house.
Yeah, you really reaching with that one.
You see, you gave her a task to do. But first of all, if you tell her to make the grocery list, that's one thing. Then you might say, like, I'm looking for a new cologne, blah, 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 whatever. You have to keep them busy.
Right. And then it keeps them tasked and it keeps them on your mind.
Yeah.
And the other thing, too, if you do get the number, nowadays technology, people like to text.
Yeah.
And most women in the beginning of talking and stuff want to hear conversation. So switch up your normal game that you use on the diddle dumb girls. Don't do the same game for everybody. So if you're going to text her, maybe text her something that can spark her mind, make her want to respond to you. Ask a question that's deeper than, what are you doing today? What's going on today? Ask her something that's going to generate a response that she has to think.
Yeah, and don't text anything that you wouldn't actually say.
Yeah.
Because women will say that men are a lot more bold in text than they are talking.
Right. I do it. I used to do it all the time. You know, when I see you, I'm going to stick my dick down your throat.
Yeah. I would say that stuff in person.
There you go. You'd be surprised how many people would go for it. But
it's 50-50.
Especially like if you're at a place like Safeway or you know, a grocery store. I think when people look for places to meet people and start talking to people, I think grocery stores and laundromats are perfect places because the person is kind of captive for a little while.
Yeah.
So if you see somebody in an aisle, don't be Mr. Stalker where you've seen her through 5 aisles and you went through the different 5 aisles too. But if you do see her, you can start a basic conversation on what's something she's grabbing. Hey, I never tried that brand before. That's good. I usually cook mine with this brand. Why are you using that one? Now she has to go into details. So if she likes you already, then she has no problem going into conversation.
Yeah.
But now if she quickly doesn't, then hey, you didn't lose anything. She doesn't know that you were interested in her. All you asked was about some, some rice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it lessens the blunt of rejection.
Yeah, and I would always say that you have 6 seconds from the time you see a woman to say something.
Yeah.
Anything longer than 6 seconds, you're a creep.
Yeah, you're stalker boy.
Yeah, so say something right away. If we're at a grocery store, what I would do, and I've done it before, is you grab something and put it in her cart. And see, that's butt ass wild, right? What is she gonna say? That just grab something random and throw it in her cart. Be like, okay, I'll take that too. or like what I used
to jail.
Yeah. Well, see, what I used to hear you say is, I gotta wake up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. How about you just tap me on the shoulder?
That was one of my favorite one-liners.
But you have to seem like you're fun to be with, because most women are looking for some kind of excitement or fun.
Yeah, true.
Whatever relationship they're in or not in, they're not having any fun.
Yeah.
So you want to inject yourself as somebody that is fun to be around, and you have some life to yourself.
And we said that there's a couple different methods. And if we, like we said, if you're going for the long game, like you said, the bus stop, the job, the girl that works at the coffee place or something like that, you're going to do the long game.
Yeah.
And that's where you're just chipping away. Just think about Shawshank Redemption. How long it took for him to go through that tunnel.
Wow.
But when he got through the tunnel and through the boo-boo, through all the shit he had to go through, freedom.
Yeah.
So if you want to, get to the end, you might have to start with a little peck. And that little peck could be good morning. Mm-hmm. How are you? You look nice today.
Yeah.
It might take you a while to get it. But like he said, once you get that familiarity, then you're in. And so you go with the long game.
Yeah.
And there's other situations where, with online dating and all this other stuff, you might go for the short game.
Right.
Because with texting and all this, you pretty much can know something about a person within, one conversation.
Yeah.
You can ask everything.
Yeah. And a lot of dudes get their woman took by the long game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because if you're not keeping up with what's going on in your relationship, you can get your bitch snatched by somebody using the long game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I've heard a woman say, the worst thing a man could do is allow another man to make your woman smile.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the flip side to that is, if your woman's going to smile from something another man says, then she was working against you to begin with.
Well,
you're losing.
Yeah, you could be losing, but like you said, if I have a chick that I'm out and she got a dude, and all I get is I get her at work, I get her at the bus stop, I see her every day when we go grocery shopping, and I'm just dropping little nuggets on her.
Yeah.
Wow, your hair look good today. I like when you rock that color like that.
Yeah.
Keep that up, girl. That's kind of fly.
See,
I'm gone, but I'm not the thirsty dude.
She going home thinking about you.
Right. You giving her, and even women. If a girl walks up to you right now and say, "Dude, your beard look good. I like that little salt and pepper look you got going." You're gonna remember that.
Yeah.
And if your girl hasn't told you that, that's gonna stick out in your mind.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be thinking like, "Dang, okay, yeah. I thought I was looking fly. Well, I didn't really know.
Ain't nobody told me.
Ain't nobody told me.
Yeah.
Now somebody did."
Yeah. For me in my relationship, she's real careful with stuff that she might not be doing, and she's like real attentive. Like every day she'll say, I love you so much, you're so handsome, you're so beautiful.
Right.
So anytime somebody else tells me
it's
that,
nothing.
It's a reinforcement. Like, yeah, my girl told me that too.
Right. But,
thank you.
Yeah, it's nothing to you because you've already eaten.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm full already.
You're not hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But if she not sucking your dick, if she not telling you handsome, if she not telling you, man, you look fly in that outfit. Like you said, side chicks was winning, right?
Yeah.
They had a video on Facebook, dude in the car with the side chick. He asked her to head. She down there blowing his socks off. He in the car with the girlfriend, and he like, oh, can I? She go, I don't want to suck your dick and blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's how women sound.
Right.
And, and what the basic point was, a lot of times people get so comfortable in their situations that they forget or stop doing X, Y, and Z, not knowing that there's somebody out there who would love to do that shit.
Yeah.
That don't mean that that's going to continue if you get that person in a relationship, but it's that fun and that's excitement. But like you said, if you full already on the compliments, on all the other stuff, you ain't tripping on none of that other stuff. Right. It's nothing.
She's not gonna get me like that.
Yeah, you see a girl with big titties, like my girl got big titties. You see a girl with a big ass, my girl got a big ass. Yeah. Girl asked me, I suck your dick. My girl suck my dick already.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Or like that girl told you, I had some dick already.
Yeah, I already has a. I'm good. Oh my god,
I've never heard that before,
dude. I got a bunch of stuff.
I'm sorry, I've had some dick already.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I've had some.
Wow.
I'm alright.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely, slut.
So yeah, pay attention to your girl. If you're a guy that's wanting to approach women, be yourself, and approach her with something familiar, and you do you. Don't change the way you are. Yeah,
but on the flip side, though, if you are a whack individual with no game, don't be yourself. Right? Channel other people. Be like, what would J.R. Rydha say right here? How does Rydha get down right here? That's going to really help you.
Yeah. Because,
just throw me into you and then use that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're Sherman, don't be Sherman. Be Buddy Love.
Yeah, be Buddy Love. I mean, sometimes that might help, because even with my friends, I'll think I'll be in a situation sometime and I'll be like, damn, what would my boy Keith do right here? Or what would Kerry say right here? And sometimes that helped me, like, oh, okay. Because it's like, this the conversation I would have had with them anyway, and they would have told me, this is what you should have said.
Yeah. You roll up to the girl, and she's standing there, and you go, hey, y'all going down to the park?
No. I'll never forget that. And Kerry, man, get out the window. They looking good. Say, what's up? All right. Hey, you guys going to the park? They were headed to the park.
Oh my god.
See, this is one of those jokes that me and you get and nobody else get, and they're gonna be like, what the hell are they laughing at?
That's hella funny.
But let's break it down. We was rolling in the car back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we was in Oakland, and we seen a group of girls headed, they were walking down the street going to a park. So Kerry was in the passenger side. So when you ride shotgun, you gotta holler at the girls.
Right, you the one.
And so he leaned out the window and he said,
"Hey, are you guys going down to the park?"
We in the car, we fall out. We like, what? The girls just look at us like, huh?
That was lame.
They was thick though.
Yeah, it was thick. It's like looking at all the thickness. It scrambled my brain and my synapses were firing hard enough. And some of the dumbest shit I ever said came out.
Yeah. That was
y'all,
dumb shit.
Y'all never let me live that down.
Yeah, I still think about that now. You know, going to the park.
Imagine when they got to the park where they said, that nigga was lame as hell. Yeah, I'm going to the park, nigga. It's the only thing up this way.
Hey, we're going over. So look, let me go real quick. Let's do the Ryder's rant.
All right, you got one. You want me?
I got one.
All right,
I'm mad.
Watch out.
So I want to go to these chicks and your post that you did on Facebook the other day about you can probably break it down better than me about the dude and the girl and the argument.
Yeah.
So you know, with this girl saying that there's no good dudes or niggas ain't shit and stuff like that. What pisses me off about that is these girls talk about, you know, he using my car and drop me off at work and this and that and he ain't no good and he a deadbeat. Girls like the women like to use, and dudes to be like, you ain't no real man unless you do this, and it's like everybody got an opinion on what somebody else is being a man or not. But if a person stands for it, then they deserve it in a sense.
Yeah.
If a girl or a dude is dropping somebody off at work and the dude is going home or the girl's going home and they smoking weed and they chilling and they mad at this person for who they are, it's like that's that choice that you made. It's like people who hate their job and all the day they talk about how much they hate it. Like that's the choice you made. You can't get mad at nobody else. You can't get mad at your job for expecting you to do 40 hours. You can't get mad at no dude or no girl who's using you because you're letting them use you.
Yeah.
Because you're the only person that's in control of your life. Aside from them beating you down and making you scared to leave, that's abuse. That's different.
Yeah. Like
you got free choice on what you do, and to always holler that it's somebody else's fault. That how this person, you can't get this person to change. That's not your kid.
Yeah.
Somebody else did a post and they was like, you can't keep a man that don't want to be kept. I said he ain't a kitten. He ain't a puppy.
Right.
Why are you trying to keep somebody?
Yeah, they always say that too.
And it irritates me. Like you can't keep nobody unless they want to be kept. Why are you trying to keep somebody? If you open the door, your puppy gonna run off and never come back.
You can't keep shit.
You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't made to be kept.
Your bird gonna fly away.
You know what I'm saying? You can borrow that person's time, and when they don't want to give it to you no more, it's gone.
Yeah.
You can't live your life worried about, this ain't no dude, niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. Like, people who think like that, you're defeated before you even start.
Right.
I don't care if somebody ain't shit. It ain't up to me to say they ain't shit. It's up to me to get them away from me. It's up to me to get them out of my presence because I don't like to be treated like that. I broke up with a girl before who I thought was cheating. I ain't even had no proof. But I didn't know. I knew how I wanted to be treated. So that's my rant today. Stop being such punks. If you're in a situation where somebody's doing something that you don't like, why are you dealing with it? And if you're dealing with it, to me, that means you accept it. If you accept it, that means you like it.
And you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, little old punk.
You want my spot flash? You can't get it because you ain't got it.
So yeah, that's my rant. Hey, we out?
We out.
Hey, check us up on Facebook and Twitter. Keep sending those. I'll be sending out text messages. We need to get the conversation started on our Facebook page because we be having some good topics up there.
Yeah, definitely, all the time, and we gotta get people more. I mean, I think it's because Facebook is so now that people like they eat it up real quick and then they move on to something else. We gotta hold them.
And Choco,
we gotta keep them. You can't keep no fan that don't want to be kept.
Right. Let's talk about keeping something. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
Peace.
So that concludes our show tonight. We know there's a lot of podcasts you could be listening to.
And should be listening to.
So we thank you for riding with us. I'm J.R. Rydha.
And I'm Kerry Witta K. Make sure you look us up on Facebook or Instagram, or get at us on grownmenchoppingitup@gmail.com. That's spelled out GROWNMENCHOPPINGINGITUP. And remember, everybody kneeling ain't praying.
Peace.